Hey everybody, welcome to the third and Footlong Super Bowl special. I know we don't really have a Canadian team in the final, but the Seahawks were probably as close as it gets. So this is my Seahawk tribute hat. I'm Darran Lees.
Yes, I'm DT with an NFL tribute hat.
Yes. You're being a lot more sort of diverse than me and my as close to the Canadian border as you can get hat. There you go. How about
I can't say any of our viewers will be shocked to hear that you were super happy the Patriots lost.
Hey, I've got to go back to work and work with some of these people I'll have, you know.
So, hi John.
But on a serious note, really the first half, it could have been 17 or 21 and it could have been all over. I mean, the fact that the Patriots managed to keep them to field goals and the fact that Darnold probably missed a few passes probably kept it competitive.
Yeah, the Patriots defense did show up and they played hard and they played aggressive the whole game. They were really trying to jump routes, and special shout out to Christian Gonzalez because he played so well. He knocked the ball out of the air so many times that could have gone for a big play, but didn't.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Kept JSN in check. He was virtually a non-factor for most of the game, and that left Cooper
injured
Kupp
for a bit.
That left Cooper Kupp. So second,
a one-time Super Bowl MVP, but not this time.
No. So just announced Kenneth Walker. So the first running back to be a Super Bowl MVP since Terrell Davis.
Good company.
Yes, not bad at all. So interesting. There's kind of a few things to dissect. I mean, number one, everyone was concerned about the Patriots coming in, but certainly the Patriots offense, a completely different beast to what we saw in the regular season. Drake May struggled in the postseason and it continued today.
Yeah, it was rough for Drake May, rough for him. 2 interceptions, one that led to a score, 6 sacks by the Seattle defense, and 1 fumble by him.
Yeah, you kind of worried, right? When they beat Denver, you went, has the right team made it through to the Super Bowl here? Because would Denver have given, I mean, obviously it would have been a Bo Nix-less Denver. Would they have given Seattle a better game? But
I think the thing is, I don't think the Patriots offense beat Denver. I think the Patriots defense helped beat Denver, and the weather really beat Denver. Was actually who beat Denver.
Well, I think Sean Payton beat Denver by opting not to take the field goal. But that said, talking of Denver, when I started to sort of get towards halftime and the first drive of the second half, I thought if Seattle cut open here, this could be the Seattle-Denver Super Bowl of 2014 because it looked like the Seahawks could be that dominant. And when it went to 29, I was like, you know, this could easily get up there towards the mid-30s. And then, of course, the Walker scratched off touchdown and stuff like that. So 29-13, I think it was, in it. I mean, that probably makes it look closer than what it was.
Yes, the Patriots defense definitely made it closer than what it was.
Yeah.
As to say, though, no major mistakes from Darnold.
No.
So
not an amazing game. 74 passer rating or something like that.
Absolutely not an amazing game. He 1 touchdown, 1 sack. He did move around a lot more than I think I've ever seen Sam Darnold move around. So that was kind of good to see, to get out of the potential sacks.
I mean, interesting now you'll have the Jets, the Panthers sitting there going,
the Vikings.
The Vikings. Although the Vikings, I mean, that GM sacking looks really, really good now, right?
I would say I think the Vikings are more, because the Jets, I don't think, even with Sam Darnold played like this, I don't think he was ever going to go anywhere with the Jets. The Panthers were in a weird state, but the Vikings, you must feel bad.
You let the guy go and he goes and does what he does. I mean, I guess the only difference is that he didn't turn into postseason Sam Darnold this year. Something must have happened that just kind of kept him, because he was destroyed at the end of last year. Mentally, you could see it in those last few games. So, flowers to him for sort of coming back and being able to do that. So, from that point of view, excellent for him. Cooper Kupp, another one that's been on other teams, won 2 Super Bowl medals, as we said now. But Ooh.
Really kept the game going for the Seahawks with some really tough kind of possession catches to get them moving down the field.
Yes.
He did end up with the highest receiving yards for the Seahawks at 61 yards.
I mean, this will be interesting now to see how the Patriots come back next season. What sort of state Drake May's in?
Well, they have a harder schedule. So if they're back in the Super Bowl next year, then you can't say their schedule was easy.
I think the other thing to think about is those 24 people that voted for Matthew Stafford must be breathing a huge sigh of relief today, going, thank God for that, because if Drake May would have won the Super Bowl, it's like, but to be honest, I think I mentioned this to you earlier. I think if he'd have won the MVP, he could have quite possibly have been the worst postseason quarterback to ever win a regular season MVP. And this is the problem with just making it a regular season, because if you do have a team like the Patriots, and I know everyone keeps going on about schedule, but they did have a pretty soft schedule and they sort of coast through the season. When they start to hit teams, yet the defense has carried on to perform, but May and quite a few of the offense haven't carried on performing. Yeah. And then you give them that MVP for the regular season and you look at the postseason, you go, oh. So I guess the danger of giving it after the Super Bowl is that everyone that gives all the awards to everyone that wins the Super Bowl if you're not careful.
Yeah. The Pats O-line was the biggest issue today.
Yeah.
Specifically Wilson at left guard, and Will Campbell at left tackle was pretty all right, but the Patriots O-line it struggled to protect me. He was hit, he was pressured. The Seahawks were only rushing 4 and they still managed to get home for 6 sacks. It was not good at all for the Patriots offense. They couldn't even really run the ball. They ended up with 79 yards rushing. And May was your leading rusher again, scrambling for 37. So yeah, there was just nothing on offense for the Patriots. Nothing that was positive at all.
Yeah, at halftime, I don't think they barely got 100 yards of total offense. I don't even know if they had got 100 yards. May had got about 40 or something like that. So you kind of look at it and you go, yeah, this really could have been over by halftime, but they hung in there. They got back to 19-7, and then as soon as it went up again, it was like, there's nowhere for this to go now. And as I say, it could have been a much, much bigger deficit.
I would say the only person I saw on the Patriots offense that I'm like, wow, you are really going at it, was Morgan Moses, their right tackle. Did you see him sprint? And he didn't catch up with him, but he was only a few yards off Nwosu, who was taking it back for the pick 6.
Yeah.
This is a big man to be sprinting, and when they panned out, no one else was running after him. It was only Morgan Moses, and I think that's when you knew the Patriots offense kind of were done.
Yes. I mean, excellent for McDonald in his second season. I mean, really has turned that team into something. I mean, they were always a reasonable team under Carroll, but he's really turned them into something.
Yeah.
So
the Seahawks defense, unreal. Such a good matchup if you like defense. I was sad though, my special teams did not perform at all.
No.
Well, they both performed in that there was no amazing play, but I really wanted that kick return.
Yes.
For a touchdown.
Just to see something really nice and big and explosive. And I mean, interesting, Drake May still nearly threw for 300 yards.
Yeah.
You would not.
So I feel like neither offense really tried to win the game, if that makes sense.
They probably tried not to lose it as well, right? I mean,
yeah.
I've never seen such a one-sided game where there's only 4 yards of total offense difference between the two teams.
Well, it took the Patriots 3 quarters to get into the Seahawks side of the field.
Yes.
That's how dominant the Seahawks defense was. And they didn't score till the end of the third quarter, early of the fourth quarter. So, yeah, it's just boom.
Yeah, you look at
Seahawks
the stats, those 3 turnovers to none, and then Seahawks.
6 sacks.
You generally find in a game where a team is pushing is that the time of possession favours the losing team, but today Seattle had almost 7 minutes additional time of possession.
That's them running the ball with Walker, the MVP of the game. 135 yards. He showed up, and he's in the contract year, so he's a free agent after this, so I think he's going to get paid well.
You think if that touchdown hadn't have been scratched, he'd have been close to 200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think he would have been almost at. Oh no, because about 60-yard, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just under 200. That would have been really annoying if I was him.
Yeah, I mean, he did celebrate. I thought he was going to go down on the 1 yard line and let them run the clock out, but he's like, nah, I'm having my moment.
Scoring.
Yeah, I'm having my moment. So,
really, the only other person who scored on the team was AJ Barnum, who I don't think anyone had as the first score of the game.
No, I think that first half, the offensive play calls. You kind of look back at that and go, the Patriots didn't get that right.
I think they should have put May a bit more on the move, maybe, to just try and break out of the pocket. But I guess they tried that, and the Seahawks were just chasing him down. So I don't really know what you could do against such a good 4-man rush.
Yeah, and as we think he was injured, I mean, there was question marks over the health of both of them coming in, right? The oblique injury for Darnold, the throwing shoulder injury for May. You just got to hope that's not too bad, right? Because you've seen other quarterbacks with throwing shoulder injuries like Penix, Richardson, and then Mayfield never, sometimes it's a struggle to ever get it back.
Yeah.
So,
or even Breeze, he's openly spoken about his shoulder problems, and so is Manning, that after they finish their career, they can't actually throw with their right hand anymore.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. I was looking through the stats here. 12 points all to the Seahawks in the first 3 quarters, and then 30. 30. Yeah. Anyone who would have gone to bed.
Pretty much, I think that the Pats, it just became too much.
Yeah.
It was just, the dam broke, and then that was it.
And then you kind of look at 13 for the Patriots, but 6 of them, the Seahawks, were just in soft coverage, and they were just like, throw it down the middle of the field. We'll tackle you in the middle of the field. We'll make you run the clock down. There was one little moment, I think I messaged you when I went, what do you want to do about a post-game? I know the game's not over, and it is the Patriots, so I've probably jinxed the Seahawks, but
no, it was pretty hard to think the Pats were coming back, because they just look so defeated.
Yeah, I mean, they got that touchdown before the 2-minute warning, which was really critical to get it before the 2-minute warning. And then if they'd have recovered the onside kick, it was a terrible onside kick.
It was terrible. It was
just
absolutely
kicked it straight at him, right? But
were you a bit concerned when Jace went out of the game? Because I can't say I was, for the pure fact he wasn't really a factor the whole game.
Yeah, he wasn't doing a lot. I mean, to lose a player like that, you never want to lose that, right?
No. And good, he's not injured. So
yes, I mean,
good. He came back, but yeah.
If he's out of the game, Charbonnet's out of the game, you got your best running back out of the game, you got your best receiver out of the game, then it starts to be like, well, where'd you go to next? But kind of felt like the Seahawks had this under control.
Yeah.
From the off, right? They were the number 1 team in the NFC, and proved out, they were probably most people's number 1 in the power rankings for the last 6 weeks of the season. And they kind of held firm and kind of went with it.
I think what I also enjoyed about this game, besides the amazing defensive performances, was the fact there was just no penalties. It was so nice. 7,
I think, in total.
Yeah, there was just no controversial penalties. The only thing was the Stephon Diggs little scuffle along the sideline there, but I don't think that would have made any difference to the game.
It made me laugh so much when he caught that pass and then spun the ball, and I'm like, mate, aren't you like 29-7 down?
Yeah. It's 29-7 down. That's kind of like your first big catch of the game, and it's like 5 minutes left.
That's right, and you're sort of larging it. So the other thing, of course, that Super Bowls are famous for is the halftime show. Now, I'm in France, and it's 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, so I didn't get to watch the halftime show.
Yeah.
Did you get to watch the halftime show?
I did, and it was really cool staging. It was the production company, and Bad Bunny, I don't know how much he has to do with his production. I don't actually know much about him as an artist, but it was a very interesting set design, and the way he was utilizing the different parts of the field, and how similar almost to The Weeknd, where it felt like he really involved the television and the crowded audience. So I think, whoever helped produce it and design it, really good job. It was very cool.
Oh, excellent.
Fun energy. Yeah. I'm not really a Bad Bunny fan. I don't know any of his music. So I'm not sure if those were like his good songs or something, but they were very fun. It was like a fun energy in the stands. It was interesting towards the end. He just like got off the field really fast.
Yeah.
Just think for other reasons.
For safety reasons. He just wanted to be.
Which is sad.
Yeah.
You don't want to see that.
I remember that weekend halftime show. He actually put millions of dollars of his own money into that show, which not a lot of people know about. Yeah, he did. He actually put, I think it was up to $7 million of his own money into that show.
Designing it.
Yeah, designing it and stuff like that because he wanted a specific thing. And it sounds like that Bad Bunny, don't know about the financial side, but from a production side, might have done something similar.
It was really cool. It was super cool. It was like a really cool vibe. Very cool aesthetic-wise. Again, I don't know much about his music, so I have no idea if those are his hits, but they were fun. So.
And the other thing I'm going to need to do is catch up on some Super Bowl ads because obviously watching French TV coverage, I didn't get the Super Bowl ads, so I never got a chance to really review those.
Well, I have reviewed them and it will coming out tomorrow on our socials what my thoughts are. But I can let everyone know here for the loyal fan base that listens to our podcast. My favourite one was the Guy Fieri Bosch ad. I just thought it was funny.
Oh, excellent.
So that was my best. I also enjoyed the Kendall Jenner ad. That was quite funny as well.
So Super Bowl, I don't think there's much else we could say, really, is there? I mean, it was a really dominant performance.
Your MVP?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Wasn't Jason Myers?
Yeah, for that awesome display of kicking. And As
the soccer fan?
That's right.
And kicking?
I was very impressed by that. It was almost all over, but even the punt at the end that dropped within about 5 yards, and I was just like, oh, what a kick. Just dropping it right there.
Proper soccer fan there.
At the point then, the Seahawks were protecting the edge to stop the time. They were forcing the Patriots down the middle. So every play was 10, 15 seconds. And they just couldn't get down the field. You could see it. I mean, May tried one Hail Mary towards the end with about 12 seconds to go. Tried to draw a penalty, I suppose, and then put them in a better field position. But because the Seahawks protected the edge so much and stopped the Patriots from getting out of bounds, they really kind of forced the clock.
That Hail Mary was weird because it's not often you see a Hail Mary where it's just one offensive player in the place that you're throwing it. I was a bit confused by that design. I'm not an offensive schemer, nor do I claim to know much about offense, but normally in a Hail Mary situation, you see more than one player on the offensive side at the area that you're chucking the ball.
Well, it's either that or May was trying to avoid a sack and there was nobody open. In immediate, everyone was covered. And so there was a couple of times where the Seahawks got penalised back-to-back 5-yard penalties. I was like, oh, this is going to be such a Patriots thing if they get down the field and what have you. So,
but they didn't.
No. I mean, the Patriots have given themselves a good account of themselves, but today they were a long way second.
Yes. The Patriots defense showed up. Patriots special team was fine. Patriots offense just lagged behind, unfortunately.
Yeah, questionable play calls. Didn't really get it going at all until about the end of the third, start of the fourth, whereas Seattle just had the more complete game.
Yeah. Only the Matt Collins did show up for the Pats with those two big catches and on their scoring drive. It was kind of a bit too little too late at that situation.
Yeah. Yeah, he was the leading receiver for them, so yeah.
Yeah. Not Stephon Diggs?
No. And I say, you look at those stats for May, the 2 interceptions kind of spoiler, 27 to 43, 295. They're kind of like if you saw those in the regular season, you go, oh, that's an average game.
Yeah. Oh, and he was getting punished.
Oh, was he?
Ooh.
He actually ended up with a 79 passer rating in the end.
Yeah.
Darnold ended up with 75. I kind of, at one point I was looking at it where May was 40, Darnold was in the 60s, and I was like, what was the lowest passer rating ever? And
Was
it's
it
actually
Peyton Manning?
no, it's Ben Roethlisberger had a 22 passer rating and won the Super Bowl.
Defense wins championships. That was James Harrison, remember, with the big run back?
Yeah.
And Larry Fitzgerald chasing him.
So, yeah, that was, I was like, oh my God, 22 won the Super Bowl. But yeah, you're right. Peyton Manning would have been probably there or thereabouts in that Super Bowl 50. So
I think it really shows that defense helps a lot in the postseason. It's not the most glamorous, but it does help. And when you have two offenses the offense of the Seahawks wasn't really there today in terms of explosiveness. They tried to get it down to field to Shaheed and stuff, but it wasn't there.
Yeah.
So
I mean, 202 yards for Darnold to 6 different receivers. Ironically, Kenneth Walker had 1 yard less receiving than JSN. Wow. And Shaheed, actually. Shaheed was 27. JSN was 27. Walker was 26.
They blanketed Shaheed.
Yes. Yeah. And that's what I thought. I thought, did they spend so much time focused on JSN that they kind of then, the sort of run protection was sort of gone?
Which was interesting because they were actually pretty good at stopping the run throughout the whole season.
They were. But they, Walker just broke free today, 27 carries. I mean, it's interesting. He took 27 carries. The rest of the team were 5, of which 2 of them were Darnold. So there was nothing.
No.
There was nothing outside of Walker.
It's him and nothing else, pretty much.
And then, as we said, the Patriots, they really just struggled like hell to get that running game going at all, didn't they? Yeah,
there was there was nothing there.
Ramondre Stevenson, 23, Henderson, 19, May 37. That was it.
Henderson, not for the rear, because he was going to, if he won, he was going to have the rear won a national championship and then won a Super Bowl the next year. Not for him.
May hit 9 different receivers. So he spread it around, but that was probably just literally trying to find anyone that was open at any point, right? So.
Oh, yeah, no, that was not out of design. That was just out of necessity, as they would say.
That was out of where the hell is someone before I get hit again.
Yeah. Which is because, they were, and it's talked about, and I haven't studied this much, so I'm not entirely sure, but Drake May's apparently been pretty good against his zone defense the whole year. Seahawks has played his zone defense. They normally play zone defense, and he couldn't find the zones.
No. So that's the close of another season. It's over.
Over and out.
But we will, over the coming weeks, we'll be going through draft. And then we'll be starting to give all of our predictions of what we think that next season is going to start to look like as teams draft and start to take on free agents.
A nice little strategy chessboard of where we think the quarterbacks will go. And it'll be really funny when we're completely wrong.
That's right. Right, well, that's all for this Super Bowl special. So thanks for tuning in, and we will see you shortly with another video.